Thank you, Kate. The last time these two teams played, we had to wait a full day to actually watch them play. We don't have to wait here. It's a perfect afternoon for football. Rene Paredes with the kickoff. Dre McCray takes it at his own 16-yard line up across the 30 before being brought down. Bailey Devine Scott with the tackle at the 35-yard line, and a flag comes out early.
15-yard misconduct penalty. Calgary number 77. Check that, 10-yard misconduct penalty.
Now, A.J. Ouellette next to him. This time the give on the first play of the game, and you get the sense that Saskatchewan really wants to set a tone here with their running game.
Yeah, this was where they struggled. The last time these two teams met was running the football, and that contributed, obviously, to the air show that ensued. Now, you talk about the desire for physicality from Saskatchewan. Look for Jamarcus Hardrick, the veteran, on that offensive line to be one of the guys looking to set the tone. And in that receiving core, Dante Myers has emerged as one of the perhaps most underrated big play threats in the Canadian Football League through the first half of this 2025 season.
Yeah, he's had 3 games of over 125 yards. Both he and Keyshawn Johnson really stepping up for this team this year. 2nd and 6. Harris drops back, looks left, going deep to Myers, has it in his hands. Penalty flag on the play. Looks like we got pass interference early here.
Pass interference. Calgary number 44. Spot of the foul. First down.
Anthony Johnson with the penalty. It's a 41-yard net gain for Saskatchewan. Looks like we got a challenge flag already coming out here.
Calgary is challenging the call of defensive pass interference. We'll review the play.
So watch that left hand on the right arm of Myers maybe led to the receiver getting his arm up a little bit late.
After review by the replay center, the ruling on the field stands. Calgary will be charged their first timeout.
By far this season, and Trevor Harris and the Stampeders are in the red zone, and A.J. Ouellette is going nowhere. Clarence Hicks with the tackle there for a loss of 1.
Yeah, we take a look at this Calgary defense. Much said in the early portion of this season about newcomer Jalen Hutchings at the defensive tackle spot. He has been a force. Derek Moncrief has brought leadership to the defense. Veteran player, former Saskatchewan Roughrider. Same can be said of Damon Webb on the back end from his safety spot.
Certainly a lot of players that have played for the other team in this game, including head coach Corey Mace. So 2nd and 11, Calgary showing blitz, and they're bringing it. Harris gets the ball, he's looking deep, and it's dropped. Keyshawn Johnson had it in his hands. He had 6, it doesn't have it.
And he made a nice burst to get to this ball as Harris is leading him deep in the end zone, but just through the outstretched fingertips.
After a tough week last week, this one from 28 yards out. Wow, his kick is up, and it's wide. Oh. Let's see what the signal is. I thought the signal was wide.
That day.
After the missed field goal, Calgary starts at their own 40, and we've got an early penalty flag on the play. It looks like procedure against Calgary.
Procedure, Calgary number 54. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
1st and 15 for VA, the fake and the end around to Philpott. Philpott at the 40, across the 45, close to first down yardage, maybe a yard short. 14 on the play.
Fellow receivers leading away.
Quincy Vaughn into the game as the short yardage quarterback. He gets 4 on the play and picks up the first down.
Take a look at this Calgary offense. The rookie Chris Fortin at center has a big job in dealing with a couple of veterans in that Rider defensive front. We mentioned the return of Damian Alford, the #1 overall pick, coming back into the lineup after missing the last couple games. We talked about his production last time out against the Riders.
Getting close to midfield now. VA and his offense overcomes the early penalty to pick up the first down. Riders showing blitz, this time to give to Mills, right side across midfield before being brought down at the 52-yard line.
We'll take a look at the aforementioned Saskatchewan Roughrider defense. Shane Race really starting to find his stride from his defensive end spot, getting after opposing quarterbacks. The former Stampeder Jameer Thurman, of course, the man in the middle, one of the leaders of this unit. A little shuffle in the secondary. Marcus Sales, late scratch. Nelson Lacombo moves from safety to play the boundary corner spot. So two Canadian corners. Jackson Ford starts at safety.
Good gain on first down. That brings up 2nd and 4. Adams back to pass. Has a receiver open. And it is caught down to the 5-yard line. Dalen Baldwin with the reception.
Dalen Baldwin is going to start off as the inside man in this quads formation to the field. Just straight down the seam, you see he gets a jump.
Here. This time the give to Mills, who bounces left, has some room, cuts inside, touchdown, Stampeders. Dedrick Mills from 6 yards out.
See them get things rolling here. Mills from the backfield. It's going to follow his fullback, William Longley, seals the edge. Mills ducks a shoulder, runs through a tackle.
Rene Paredes on to attempt the PAT. The kick is up. A field goal on their first drive. Paredes with the kick deep to McCray again, who takes it at his own 16. Crosses the 30, brought down again just outside the 35. Work spawned here. 1st and 10 from his own 37. This time the give to Ouellette. Breaks a few tackles before being brought down. Nice gain on first down across the 45-yard line. 8 yards for Ouellette. Short yardage unit. The former Stampeder leans left, easily gets the first down in the current version of Trevor Harris's world. This time Ouellette cuts back to the left side. Brought down after another good gain on first down. Pickup of 6 before being brought down by Jaden Grant. Saskatchewan offense. Harris drops back, looks to his left, has Robistelli open, and it is broken up on the play. Nice defensive effort by Anthony Johnson, the player who was victimized for the pass interference earlier, makes up for it there.
Has taken Trevor Harris. Robistelli with a step on Johnson on that one, but that is off the hands of the second-year Rider receiver.
He, of course, had the huge game the first time these two teams played with 191 yards. That was certainly his coming-out party. Had a chance for a big play there. A penalty flag here on the return. Certainly stirring it the last time these two teams played. And on the first down, quick play-action fake sends Mills off on the screen. Penalty flag on the play. Mills still running, getting across the 50-yard line, but I think this is coming back.
Dedrick Mills had a little help.
Calgary number 57. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Watch on the left side of your screen here. Gets caught up on the back of the defender.
One of his rookie season. Long yardage situation here for VA. Looking deep, looking for Clark Barnes. Impeded on the play by Jackson Ford. No flags there. So the Stampeders are on this play. Adams drops back to pass. Escapes to his left. Looks inside, that ball is complete, but well short of the first down. Barnes with the reception. Bassett with the punt, going close to the sideline and out of bounds at the 50. Penalty flag there, so there's going to be some more yardage added on for Saskatchewan. All right, Sue is happily watching her sons, both Dave and Craig, with a lead here so far in this game. And Trevor Harris throws an interception right there. Sheldon Arnold with the pick. And Calgary's cooking right now.
Yeah, he's gained a lot of experience early, and it shows on this play. Watch on the outside as they look to Myers, the outside receiver. Great play by Arnold to get underneath that ball, underneath that route, and make the play.
This time Adams with the fake, looking deep, but he slips. Still goes deep. And that one is intercepted by Calgary, or by Saskatchewan. Roland Milligan with the interception. A throw that Vernon Adams probably wants back.
In the pocket, I think when Vernon Adams looks back at this one, he'll feel like he may have tried to force one in there. with the defender in his face. And the always dangerous Roland Milligan comes up with the airborne INT.
Saskatchewan takes over at the 33-yard line. This time to give to Ouellette, who bounces to his right. And he is tackled. Arnold with the receptor, with the tackle right there. 2nd and 6 after that carry. Harris looks to his left, has a receiver. It's his first completion of the game. Del Duncan Busby with the catch.
For Baker out
There
of
is
the
no
lineup.
foul for a face mask on the play.
Stampeders showing blitz. This time to give to Ouellette. Not much there. It's to about the 49-yard line, maybe a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Stampeders bringing 5. Harris swings it out to Ouellette, and he is brought down by Damon Webb. No, make that Moncrief with the tackle. Great open field tackle by the veteran and former Rider.
Flo Rimolade brought in on the D-line. Damon Webb on the back end. Moncrief in that linebacking play.
Big kick. Almost makes it to the end zone. Let's see where they mark this one. As it goes out of bounds, they are going to call it a touchback, I believe. Calgary at their own 42 or 40-yard line. Give again to Mills. The final stages here of the first quarter. Final play of the first quarter coming up here. 2nd and 7. Adams to Clark Barnes, who drops it. Would have been close to the first down. Take a look at the stats after 15 minutes, and the 10 passing yards stands out as much as anything else to me, Dwayne.
Well, especially considering the way the last game went between these two teams.
Hassan with a real short punt on his first attempt that went out of bounds. Also led to an additional penalty. After that, let's see what he comes up with here. A much better kick. Taken by McCray at his own 16. 51-yard punter. Big hit. Fumble. And it is recovered by, looks like Saskatchewan got it back. The Riders avoid disaster after that big-time hit by Wilson.
Making his presence felt on special teams. Gets his hat right on the ball.
Is that how they still teach it? Teams are still finding a way to be pretty physical. With a quick fake to Ouellette, the inside look to Myers, and that pass falls incomplete. 10 from inside his own red zone. Harris drops back, and he is sacked. Clarence Hicks brings down the veteran Saskatchewan quarterback, and the Riders are going to have to punt again. All right, the punt. 54-yarder taken. A move to the outside by Baldwin gets into Saskatchewan territory. Some extra linemen into the game here, and Dedrick Mills is going nowhere. Malik Carney says, sorry, not happening. Thinking he should have pulled the ball there. Either way, a loss of 3. Adams 2nd and 13. This time the swing pass to Mills again. Beats the first man, has the first down, and run out of bounds at around the 25, call it the 36-yard line, but a first down and the gain of 16 by Mills.
Yeah, watch the acceleration here from Dedrick Mills. Starts off in the backfield. He's going to release as they try to get the blockers out in front of him on the screen. May have gotten away with a little bit of a hold there.
Extra receivers to the short side of the field. Adams has an open man. That is Baldwin again. Big gain on the play. Gets down to about the 10-yard line.
A little bit.
Baldwin, again, as we mentioned, only had 3 catches coming into this one. That time it's Philpott close to the goal line. And they call it a touchdown. Jalen Philpott with the touchdown, potentially his first of the season. I'm sure they're going to take a look at it. Let's see if it stands or not.
Yeah, Philpott coming across the formation, has that free release into the flat. You see Jackson Ford in pursuit, trips him up. And that ball looks like it is actually broken the front plane of the goal line before Philpott hits the ground. Well, it looks like a subtle thing at the end of this, but watch the effort that Jalen Philpott makes to get to the end zone. Gets the left hand down, pushes off that right leg, manages to keep himself airborne just long enough to get across the goal line. Watch his shadow on this one, as you can see that he stays in the air until the ball has broken the plane of that goal line.
Again, the first touchdown of the season for Jalen Philpott. Those starts at his own 32. The give to Ouellette. He barrels forward for a couple, tied with Vernon Adams for the most deep completions in the league. Each of them had 19. That one incomplete. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Tommy Neal can't come up with it as the ball just died after getting tipped. End over in punt. Horton, I should say, back for this one. I was shocked when I found this out. Thought he was just a quarterback. This time Mills right up the middle. A bunch of riders are right there to limit the gain to just 1 yard. Adams on 2nd and 9 drops back to pass, has Alford for the reception. Not going to get the first down though. Good defensive play. Allen, among others, rally to the Moose. All right, Bassett with the punt. End over end. 50-yarder taken by Myers at his own 18. Breaks the first tackle, but brought down. Scott again.
He's with the physicality of a linebacker that you don't see as much anymore, and that's what their defense needed. Flo also mentioned to me that he feels like because they brought in a lot of guys that love football, the culture did change, but Dave Dickinson told me it wasn't really about the culture. They just wanted guys that love football.
Holding.
Forehand.
Saskatchewan number 41.
Ben Chantel, and that defense is certainly living up to it.
Repeat, first down.
Big play of the game for Saskatchewan's offense.
And you'll see the hold on Flo Orimolade as he's trying to get free of the fullback there, Albert Awache.
1st and 20 now for Saskatchewan. Harris finds Myers again. Nice gain on the play before being brought down. Still about 4 yards short of the first down, but they get a big chunk of that penalty yardage back. The 3rd game of the season, so racking up numbers at an impressive rate. This time Harris steps up into the pocket. He's going to take off, put his head down, and get the first down. Should you be doing that at 39 years of age?
Extra piece for the Calgary Stampeders is serving them well.
Stampeders showing blitz here. Harris steps inside of it, has a receiver. It's Johnson. Cuts back inside across the 40. He's got some room across the 30, across the 20. Can he stay on his feet and run down inside the 10-yard line before being knocked out of bounds by Webb? A huge gain for Keyshawn Johnson.
From Keyshawn Johnson. Starts off out wide on the left. Watch him work across the formation. And just knows to throttle down in space. Don't run through the zone. Throttle down. Give your quarterback an opportunity to find you. And just a tremendous effort after the catch from the former Fresno State star.
Gain of 62 yards on that play takes Saskatchewan to the 8-yard line of Calgary, their deepest penetration of the night. They're going to want to finish with a touchdown after missing a field goal the last time. A.J. Ouellette runs left. Not much there. 2nd and 7. Harris drops back, looks inside, has a receiver for the touchdown, Dante Myers.
Oh, they sure did. Came back with authority on this drive. Keyshawn Johnson supplying the big play.
Let's see if he can get close to that number here. Lowther 2nd and 4. Lowther kicking deep. This time it's Mills with the return. Gets across the 30-yard line before being brought down. The speed sweep goes to Jalen Philpott. Picks up around 5 yards before being brought down. Dave Dickinson telling us that Bagleton and Malik Henry are not ruled out for the season. 2nd and 4, Mills gets blown up. Devon Campbell with the big hit. Prevents Saskatchewan or prevents Calgary from getting the first down. We do have penalty flags on the play.
Necessarily known as a big
Offside.
hitter.
Calgary number 86. That penalty is declined. It'll be 3rd down.
Bassett with the punt. 58-yard punt. Myers takes it inside his 15 before being tripped up and knocked out of bounds at around the 25-yard line.
Well, the many talents of Nostradamus.
Wow, and he gets to name himself that. Not many people get to come up with a nickname like that for themselves. If I want a nickname, I'll come up with it. The quick out to Robustelli, close to first down yardage. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like he's got it. If we could get him citizenship, Lapo might want to recruit him.
That's right.
This time the play fake inside to Johnson, bobbles it, but catches it, and should have a first down before being brought down by Grant. Back-to-back first downs. Calgary showing blitz. They might have gotten there a little early. It's Ouellette with the carry, fighting for it, not going to get the first down. So an interesting decision here.
Offside, Calgary number 6. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a second down.
Game in the last one.
Harris dropping back to pass. Looks deep to Johnson, who has it inside the 20-yard line. Harris is definitely heating up, and Johnson seems to be his go-to guy right now. Gain of 25 on that play.
Round pick of the Arizona Cardinals.
6th straight completion for Harris, looking for 7, but that's behind Robustelli.
7th in the league in receiving coming into this week.
2nd and 10, the handoff to Ouellette on the draw. Cuts to his right, and should have the first down. A.J. Ouellette on 2nd and 10 gets just enough. Certainly surprised Calgary's defense there. They did lead 1-0 at one point. But can they get a second straight touchdown drive? They can. Duncan Busby from 10 yards out, and the Riders have the lead.
What stands out on this play? Good protection up front. Gets through his reads quickly, spots Duncan Busby on the outside.
Drives, they've certainly turned it on. This time to give to Ouellette, and nothing there. Stampeders stop him.
Neither with a catch this season before being injured. Jareth Stearns moved on, Ajo to the NFL. But Saskatchewan doing a great job.
Mills resets to the left of him. Adams drops back to pass. Pass over the middle, and it is dropped. Eric Brooks with the drop. Momentum seems to have shifted back to Saskatchewan. Riders only bringing 4, and this time the pass slightly behind Philpott, who can't come up with it. Bassett with the kick. Nice kick, takes it to the sidelines, a 64-yarder. Myers looking for some room, doesn't have much. Bounces to the right and stumbles just outside his own 20-yard line to go into the half with the lead. The handoff to A.J. Ouellette would indicate that they are. Harris will take a knee, and that is the final play of the second quarter. Let's take a look at the halftime stats here, Dwayne. Saskatchewan doubling up Calgary in first downs 12-6, and things really changed in the second quarter. With more on how the Stamps can do to respond, let's send it down to the field and check in with Chantel, who's with the man who scored their last touchdown.
Game, but Saskatchewan doing a pretty good job getting things picked up, giving Trevor time to go to work.
Lather with the kickoff. Antwi takes it at his own 20, out across the 35-yard line before being brought down. Adams this time with the give to Mills. He goes left, brought down. C.J. Rivas with the tackle after a gain of only 1. Carries for 14 yards from Mills. Brings up 2nd and 9. Alford takes the pass on the check down, breaks one tackle. It's good enough for a first down and a late penalty flag on the play.
15-yard misconduct penalty. Saskatchewan number 5. First down.
This time, Mills again has some room. It's out across the 35-yard line, close to the 30. Gain of 13 on the play. His best run of the afternoon.
Peters.
1st and 10 from the 31. Stampeders give it to Mills again, who breaks a couple of tackles inside the 20, across the 15, down to the 10-yard line.
And you revealed them to him this week.
Adams pulls the ball, looking into the end zone. Has a receiver, catches it, touchdown! That is Dalen Baldwin with the reception right along the sideline. Bobbled it, but gained control before he went out of bounds, and the Stampeders are back in front.
When you think of some of the receivers he's had success with over his career, that ability to put the ball up and let his guys win battles for the ball. This time, Dalen Baldwin 6'2", 230 pounds.
That's how you open the second half. We talked about his stats. In his entire career, Vernon Adams is now responsible for 90 touchdowns in the red zone. Paredes with the kickoff. Taken by Myers inside his own 5-yard line. Myers across the 20, across the 30. Myers with some room before being brought down outside the 45-yard line. This time the quick fake. Harris looks to his left. The ball falls incomplete short. Not sure if he was hit as he threw. That brings up a 2nd and 10. Harris drops back. Hicks is there for the sack.
A second of the game for Clarence Hicks.
Penalty flag on the play. Looks like that could be offside against Calgary. End over end punt. Lands at the 22. Bounces back towards the Riders where it's picked up.
Offside. Calgary number 45. That penalty is declined. First down.
Casales was a late scratch due to an illness. Deep shot to Alford, and that pass is broken up.
And terrific recovery on the play. Stampeders recognizing the substitution that was made. They decide to test Exume right away. Damien Alford gets in behind him, but watch the recovery here by Kerfula Exume. Closing ground, getting the right hand in there to bat that ball free.
Big size mismatch there too, but he was able to get up and still make the play.
On the Montreal Carabao.
2nd and 10 for Adams as he checks it down to Mills. Close to first down yardage. He's going to come up a yard short. Get turned here if Calgary can convert. Quincy already with 1 3rd and short conversion. This time he goes to his right. The big body falls forward. It's going to be close. I'm not sure, based on that official coming down the line, that he's going to have enough there. First down at the 40-yard line for Calgary. This time the give to Mills right up the middle. C.J. Rivas and others right there to stop him. Gain of 3 on the play.
Offensive line to be able to go forward and be physical.
Saskatchewan showing blitz. This time the pass is complete. That's Eric Brooks with the reception. Vernon looking to throw it quick. This one batted up into the air, intercepted. Jameer Thurman has it. And a late flag coming in on the play. I think that's after the interception. Unfortunate for Vernon Adams with the deflection there, but Saskatchewan in business. Adams with his 2nd interception of the game.
Keep an eye here, Malik Carney. It's the offensive
Major
line.
foul, unnecessary roughness. Saskatchewan number 42 after the interception. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Reaction is, that he realized what he had done, almost tried to hold back on it.
A.J. Oled bounces to his left before being brought down. Gain of about 4 on the play.
Changing up the dynamic of their D a little bit this season.
This time the completion to Robistelli on 2nd and 5. Good enough for the first down. Stampeders showing blitz. Harris pulls it down. Has a receiver, but it's picked off. Interception, Calgary. The 2nd interception of the game for Harris. Godfrey Onyeka with the interception. Godfrey Onyeka making his 3rd start of the season, his 1st career interception in 7 years.
Yeah, and Onyeka just takes this ball away. You see a little bit of pressure on Trevor Harris, tries to get it out to the sideline to Myers. Looks like the Rider receiver gets his hands on it, but Godfrey Onyeka gets a better piece of it, pulls it away. Getting it done.
Mills with the handoff, bounces left. Nothing doing there. A.J. Allen there for the stop.
A Toronto Argonaut draft pick a couple of years ago.
Adams dropping back, scrambles to his right. Has some room in front of him. Thurman trying to chase him down. Adams reaches for the first down. He's not going to get there. On 2nd and 10, gets 8, 2 yards short. Paredes' longest kick of the season is 51 yards. This one looks like it's got the distance, and it's good. From 53 yards, Ray Paredes extends Calgary's lead to 8.
New levels. He also mentioned that experience within an offense for a quarterback is more impactful than how many...
The fruits of working with the same group for a couple of years.
This time Harris swings it out to Ouellette, who has some room, has a first down before being brought down after a gain of 11. Trail by 9. Looking to pull it within a score here. This time the handoff inside. Anderson with 60 touchdowns during his collegiate career. This time a big sack. My goodness, Justin Herdman-Reed coming out of nowhere.
On the back side of this, miscommunication. Watch the reaction of the right tackle, Jamarcus Hardrick. He expects his guard to be helping him on the inside.
Not much space for Horton as he gets taken down at his own 16-yard line.
Well, you take a look at these numbers after 3 quarters. The Calgary Stampeders gaining a little bit of traction, that running game picking up, and that leading to some success in the passing game. That leaves Sean Peterson a straight run to the QB.
Hardrick clearly not happy. Mills breaks 1 tackle, breaks a 2nd tackle. Still fighting. Gets it to about the 23-yard line. Pick up of 6 on the play. Almost 7. Vernon Adams on 2nd and 4. Hands it to Jeshurun Antwi. Surprise ball carrier there with a nice gain. Gets it up to the 39-yard line. 15 yards in the play, more than enough for a first down. 3rd, now it's Antwi's turn here. This time the fake, the end around to Philpott. Trying to find some space there between blockers. Breaks a tackle. Should have enough for the first down. Nice second effort by Jalen Philpott. 11 yards on the play.
Chipping in on the run game. And, you know, this is the type of play, as you saw, the path that Calgary elects to take with that, where Jalen Philpott goes behind his quarterback and takes a handoff rather than going in front of him and taking a shovel pass, where it would be forward on a run play.
Philpott with more rushing yards than he does passing yards. That probably changes after this one. Gain of over 20 for Philpott, 22 yards, and another first down. Philpott expected back shortly after the bye for Montreal. I'm sure that Jason Moss will be excited to see that. Dedrick Mills with the carry here.
Importance of Dedrick Mills in the run game.
12 completions for VA today. Number 13 right here to Philpott again, who is coming up big on this drive.
Between VA and Philpott.
This time the sweep to Brooks. Brooks looks to cut back on Allen. Not much doing there. Gets to the 12-yard line. Pickup of maybe a couple. And 8 yards to go. Adams drops back the pass. Just a 4-man rush. He has a receiver. Brooks. Touchdown, Calgary. Eric Brooks with his 2nd touchdown of the season.
Calgary offense is going to stay out there and go for 2, but let's take a look at Vernon Adams' latest touchdown pass, just over Tavon Campbell on the corner into the waiting arms of Eric Brooks.
Adams scrambles to his left. Is he going to keep it? He is. He's going to keep it and score. Vernon Adams puts his team up 17 points with just over 9 minutes to play in the 4th.
Making it a 3-score game with that 2-point convert.
This time a 66-3. Touchdown passes to interceptions. This time the quick pass to Tommy Neal. Takes a big hit, knocked out of bounds after a gain of 7. Every other team in the league. They're going to have to throw the ball now. This time the quick throw on 2nd and short. It's Neal again with the reception. Good enough for a first down into Calgary territory.
Was able to turn this into.
And another sack for Calgary. Their 4th sack of the game. This time, Justin Sambu.
To Trevor Harris in the pocket.
Sambu's 1st sack of the season for the Baylor Products. This time the quick pass to A.J. Ouellette. Not going to get enough back for a first down. Well short. 5 yards short. They were 3 at some point. Harris drops back the pass. Feels pressure again. Checks it down to Ouellette. Fighting for the first down. Not going to get there. Saskatchewan turns it over on downs.
Not for lack of effort from Harris and Ouellette, but the Calgary Stampeders.
Calgary takes over from their own 41-yard line after a big 3rd down stop. and we will see a lot of Dedrick Mills the rest of the way here.
It's the Stampeders.
Mills with the handoff again, straight up the middle, close to first down yardage. Team out for the game with an upper body injury. Saskatchewan almost gets to it. Bouncing kick, goes out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. No return. And a beating in this one. This time the give inside to Anderson. Anderson breaks some tackles.
To some degree for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
And Mayer takes a big hit from Hutchins, trying to swing it out to Anderson. Mayer gets up slowly. Calgary. Mayer drops back to pass on 2nd and 10. Arimolade comes around the corner, draws a holding penalty. Tommy Neal on the receiving end of Mayer's pass.
Holding. Saskatchewan number 67. 10-yard penalty will repeat 2nd down.
It's on the outside.
2nd and 20. Mayer drops back to pass, having to scramble around, dumps it off to Anderson, and he is brought down after a very short gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 18. Gets a whole lot bigger because that breathing room between them and Calgary is now gone.
Yeah, certainly a consideration back-to-backs for the Riders with the rival Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
51-yard punt by Horton, or by Couch, taken by Horton. Stretch here. Handoff to Mills again, bounces to his left before being brought down. Gain of 5 on the play. Thought Saskatchewan might have been leaning there into the neutral zone. No flags. The call or the give to Mills. Punt taken at his own 15-yard line. Myers tries to give ground to get the corner, but Bailey Devine Scott again with the tackle. He's been all over the place on special teams in this game. Mayer looks left, then comes back to Del Duncan Busby over the middle. Mayer drops back to pass, looking over the middle. Has a receiver, Keyshawn Johnson with the nice catch.
Players who have been around the NFL a little bit can come in and have an impact. Keyshawn Johnson filled that role.
How well their linebackers are playing, but Labor Day certainly an opportunity. Mayer picks up the first down there. There certainly is a culture piece that comes with Adam Bighill. Completion to Robustelli. Henry, Adam Bighill, a lot of talent there in street clothes. If some of those guys can get back, look out. This time, is it an interception? No, they're calling it incomplete. Anthony Johnson, through the first 29 minutes of this half, showing blitz here. Deep down the middle to Neal, and he can't bring it in. Damon Webb in coverage. Mayer dropping back, pressure in his face, makes the completion. Myers with the catch. The ball is loose. They're ruling it a catch and a fumble in the West.
And there you see is the CFL on TSN. Decision desk has given this one to the Calgary Stampeders. As you mentioned, now just a one-game lead.
Very good crowd here at McMahon, and all of them are going to get to go home happy. It is Saskatchewan with Calgary with an outstanding second half performance to take this game 32-15. Dave Dickinson in his 150th career game as a head coach goes home happy.